Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Jasmine Haynes and today is Monday, October 21st. Here's today's UCF Nightly News Update. In Cleveland, 3 major drug distributors and an opioid manufacturer have reached a settlement worth $260 million to avoid the first federal opioid trial. The trial was set to begin today, but a deal was struck around 1 a.m. this morning. A settlement to resolve thousands of other cases brought by local governments and states could be announced later today. After the deadly shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, gun laws have been a hot debate. Nightly News reporter Mackenzie Drigo has more on gun laws passed by Governor Ron DeSantis this month.
Teachers are now able to volunteer as armed guardians. A new bill was passed allowing Florida teachers to legally carry a firearm inside their classrooms. A UCF professor tells us he feels safe at UCF.
We are very fortunate here that we have a police force that is very sensitive to those issues. So I feel safe. I think we have a community here at UCF that is pretty unique, but I am very sensitive to what's happening on the national scale.
Texas, Utah, Arkansas, and South Dakota school districts have already been participating in the school staff bearing arms for years now. According to the Giffords Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence, Hawaii, New Hampshire, and Wyoming are banning guns inside schools. According to the Florida Department of Education, there are currently 39 counties that are in the program, but not every school district think that teachers should be armed. Teachers that volunteer as guardians will receive a one-time stipend. Guardians must pass a psychological and drug screening, as well as 144 hours of training. Here's one UCF professor that thinks it could be dangerous.
Where do you keep it in the classroom? Where do you carry it? Where do you, is it locked?
This was created and named after the football coach Aaron Feist, who died at the MSD shooting. Reporting in Orlando, I'm Mackenzie Drigo, UCF Nightly News.
This Florida law went into effect on the 2nd anniversary of the deadliest shooting that happened in Las Vegas. The UCF women's soccer team took on the Uconn Huskies on Sunday. The Knights tied with the Huskies 0-0. This is the 2nd straight tie for the Knights. The Knights' offense continues to struggle this season. They only scored 3 goals in their last 3 games combined. However, the defense is on top of their game. The number 21 ranked Knights picked up their 3rd straight shutout. The Knights will hit the road on Thursday to take on the East Carolina Pirates. The game is set for 7 p.m. UCF took on the ECU Pirates this past Saturday. It was a shaky game for the Knights. Nightly News reporter Eddie Messel has more on how it all went.
The Knights started the game off UCF fast, going up on the Pirates big early. The Knights went into the half up 35-6. UCF looked very uncharacteristic coming out of half, only scoring 6 points the rest of the game. Wide receiver Gabe Davis said the Knights can't be complacent.
A little bit too complacent, scoring 35 in the first half. Kind of slow down and don't call your shots like you should, or just don't make certain blocks you should, kind of get lazy out there.
True freshman Dylan Gabriel has looked like a completely different quarterback here at home. Backup Daryl Mack has even gotten a chance to come in and throw a touchdown pass for the Knights.
The game did come at a cost for UCF. Many players, including stars like Greg McCrae, Cole Schneider, and Samuel Jackson, all went down and never returned into the game. Wide receiver Trey Nixon says it is a next man up mentality.
We do all this work in the offseason, all this work throughout the season. To see them going down is always hard, but it's always next man up mentality. We have a lot of young guys on this team that probably don't get that much playing time, but had to step up in this game, and that's good for them to get that experience.
The Knights were still able to squeak out a 41-28 win despite a rough 3rd quarter and all the injuries. UCF will look to play better this week on the road after losing their last 2 away games. Reporting in Orlando, Eddie Messel, UCF Nightly News.
The Knights will take on the Temple Owls in Philadelphia this Saturday at 7 p.m. Now let's take a look at today's weather forecast. The high is 87 degrees, however it will be 78 degrees with winds around 7 miles per hour. We may expect to see some rain later in the day, so make sure you bring your umbrella. Tonight we'll have a low of 74 degrees, and for tomorrow we're looking at a high of 90 degrees throughout the day. And by nighttime we will have a cool low of 70 degrees. And that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching And make sure to keep up with all that's happening throughout the week by following us on Twitter at UCF Nightly News. Also, make sure to tune in to our newscast on Fridays at 1 p.m. on Spectrum Channel 734. I'm Jasmine Haynes, and have a great day.